Hi all, this is Dr. J, streaming live from Long Island, New York, where the weather is cold, crisp, and clear. As it was on Wall Street, it was totally clear that the markets were puking. So it was a good place to avoid today, Wall Street. Luckily, I came back from Manhattan and have my hiding little nook in Long Island, New York to hide out in. We had to take cover today, and that's what I did. I took cover by selling. I sold some of my holdings in Geron, Oncosec Medical, um, two other biotechnology stocks. I'm going to talk biotech either later tonight or tomorrow morning. So I won't go into what I sold exactly, other than Geron and Oncosec. Um, I held on to certain positions in biotechnology, and I did sell some Apple. So you got the basic idea of what I got rid of. And when did I get rid of it? About 10:30 a.m. when I saw the market turn from green to red. And the reason I did that is because I expected it to be a zoom up day. And it started out that way. And when it turned around, that was evidence to me that we probably weren't in a wave two up, which is what I thought we were in. So if I don't know where I am, the best thing to do is head for the exits. Now, I'm not throwing in the towel just yet. I'm not liquidating major portions of my portfolio. But if we take out the 1029 lows on the Dow, I probably will make substantial reductions in certainly in my biotechnology portfolio and probably my entire portfolio. So I might take my friend Russ's advice and just swing trade, which I have a fairly good record in doing. I just don't like to go short. It's against my nature. And there aren't too many trades in the long side if we do enter a bear market. I am not convinced that we are in a bear market just yet. So we're going to have to look at the charts to ascertain why I'm not convinced. Now, I'm coming on late because I was really thinking about what to say. How cautious should I come across? How scary should I scare you? No, I don't want to scare you because I'm only a little scared myself. So why would I scare you? A little frightened because hey, I don't want it to be a bear market any more than you guys do. And that's annoying. That means major changes in my portfolio. That means trying to figure out where to hide. Is the bond market going to be any better? And so on. And I mean, these are problems. There are defensive stocks, and I played them in the last recession. So I mean, we could hide there a little bit. We could hide there together. And I'll talk about defensive stocks uh, if and when the time comes that I'm convinced we're in a bear market. I mean, technically, we're only in a 12% correction on the Dow. That's not a bear market. And even though we've made a series of lower highs and lower lows, I still don't see a definitive pattern to suggest that we're in the bear market. So let's take a look at the Dow to see if we can figure this out together. Of course, do your own due diligence. My opinions are strictly my own and do not constitute investment advice. Occasionally, I have good ideas. If you want to follow at your own risk. Seek an investment advisor. If you like what I have to say, please give me a like, share the link, please subscribe. I will be doing a stock charting made easy, probably beginning of next week, maybe as early as Monday. Please check your notifications if you're a subscriber. if you're interested in viewing it live, or if you're interested in viewing it whenever you view it. I'm going to give some homework, because what's the point in viewing it if you just don't do any follow-up work? So it'll be treated like a course without a grade. I'm going to allow you to post your results and comments. So, and I promise everyone will get an A. Anyway, let's go to the video charts. Share the screen. And I will show you the source of my confusion. The Dow Jones. Okay, to me, it still looks like an A, B, C correction. It looks like a one wave up. I'm looking at it from the perspective of Elliott wave. And now we have a one wave down, a two wave up, and a three wave down, which is another corrective pattern called a flat. So we could have completed a flat correction. Where are we, in the 4 hour? I don't want to be in the 4 hour. Got to be in the 1 hour, in the 1 day chart. All right, so let's look at it in the 1 day chart. Clearer. So this would be a wave A, a wave B, and a wave C down for a correction. A wave 1 up for an impulse wave in the bull, assuming we're in a bull market. And now a 3-wave correction, which would be a flat correction. And what about this? Well, as long as we don't take out the 1029 low, which is 24,122, I feel comfortable that Monday we could have the beginning of, let's say, a wave 3, wave 3 of 3 in the upward direction, and that would be very strong. So Monday, if we don't, we could have a very strong green day that takes us up somewhere around here, 25,006. No, we're not going to go up 25,006 in 1 day. Where are we now? 24,003. Yeah, we're not going to go up that high, but it could take us up to about 25,000, let's say. We could have a 600-point move easily on Monday in the upward direction. I mean, we're getting violent moves. So what's 600 points? 600 points down, 600 points up. Day traders are making a fortune if they're guessing in the right direction. I don't day trade. I do occasionally swing trade, and I'm probably going to be doing more of that as I'm raising cash. So anyway, my feeling is Monday could be a very, very strong day up, in which case my mind would be more, my mindset would be more like we're coming out of this and it's just a correction. So it's still possible. However, we're very close in terms of price to the 1029 low. So the odds favor that scenario, which would be the bearish case. The low we made today is 24,284, and the low on 1029 is 24,122. We're only, and where we closed 24,388 is only a couple of hundred points, 250 points or so away. So that could happen in the first hour of trading. We could take that low out, in which case I'll be doing more selling. I sure hope not. I hope that I'll be buying as we go into a big green candle. Not necessarily the stocks that I sold. I sold stocks that I had in mind selling anyway. So I'll probably be buying other things. I like the marijuana play right now. Canadian marijuana stocks. I've been buying Cronos, making some money there. I'm thinking of buying ACB. We'll look at both of those, but we'll also look at the quick look at the S&P. There's really nothing to look at. It's a mirror image in many respects of the Dow, looking at the 1029 low as being a key point to take out. So the S&P was down 62 points. The 1029 low is still intact at, what is it at? 2603. So we're only 30 points away. That could happen in the first hour of trading on Monday. Hopefully not. Hopefully, just like the Dow, we have a nice green arrow on Monday. All right. It doesn't even pay to look at the NASDAQ. It's basically the same story. Amazon is actually showing some relative strength. It hasn't had more than 50% pullback off its recent high or its recent double top between 11.7 and 12.3. The 12.3 high, 1778. And we didn't even pull back 50%. So we've had a very minor pullback. We're actually close to that 38.2%. Amazon is showing strength, and that's relative strength. And that's really important in this market. I think Amazon is the bellwether stock. It's taken over for GM, GE, Alcoa, you name it. It's Amazon. So I think as Amazon goes, so goes the market. Apple to a certain extent as well, certainly. And Apple, I don't even want to look at that chart. So let's take a look instead at ACB. ACB is medical marijuana, essentially. They have a tremendous amount of crop.
Medical cannabis or medical marijuana is cannabis and cannabinoids that are recommended by doctors for their patients.
Siri, keep quiet. Siri.
Do you want me to keep?
No, I want you to keep quiet. Siri, did I say Siri? I did not say Siri. I didn't call her. I don't know where she came from, but it's kind of funny. In any event, this has been nothing but down since it was made public on the New York Stock Exchange on 10/16 with a high of 1252. It's had an enormous drop to a low of 470. Big bounce today, partly in sympathy with the Cronos announcement. Cronos, of course, received huge investment by Philip Morris. So I like this one together with Cronos. I haven't established a position in it yet. I like the fundamentals of the marijuana story. I think we have a lot of support right in this area. So I think we're at support. I think there's room for it to run, plenty of room for it to run. I feel like we have good footing underneath. So I like Aurora Cannabis at this point. That's what I like. I told you what my fears and concerns are. So I don't really have too much more to say about the market as a whole. I've said a lot over the last few days, going back to Wednesday. Wednesday, I talked about the Fed. I talked about the inversion. I talked about the trade wars. And if you want, you can look at my Wednesday vlog. I'm not going to repeat my feelings, essentially unchanged. I think the Fed, I'm not worried about. I think the Fed is responsive to the data, and if warranted, will slow down in rate hikes. I think the trade wars are a lot of hype. I think they will come to an end, a permanent ceasefire, if you will. And what else? The inverted yield curve I talked extensively about on Wednesday. I think for the most part, that's BS. So I'm not too worried about any of those three things. What I am worried about is the stock action in the stock market. The action, the price action in the Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ. That's what has me worried. And that's the purpose, the reason for my selling. The jobs report was good today. The economy still looks strong. I mean, if we enter a recession, it probably won't be until 2020 sometime. So I think we're a ways off there. So, you know, I'm not panicking. I am panicking, but I'm not ready to throw in the towel. So Dr. J says, be cautious. Watch the 1029 lows. If they get taken out, you'll know that Dr. J is selling a little bit more at least, if not a lot more. This has been Dr. J at 11, coming to you live. Wish I had better news. Maybe Monday will be a better day. Have a great weekend. Happy trading and a healthy weekend. Have a great time. Don't go to the beach. It's too cold. I miss the summer. Adios, amigos. Sayonara.